Hello friends and welcome back to my channel Suraj EVSE, the channel in which we discuss electric vehicles, charging stations and other interesting things. So let's drive electric. So last 4 days back I had shared my video of Nexon EV in which we celebrated 1 year of ownership of the vehicle. And I gave you most of the details regarding the vehicle and what I feel and what my family members feel about the EV and others. But this special video I am going to tell you about the expenses which I have incurred during the 1 year with fuel expenses, service expenses and some year and their expenses which I have incurred during the last 1 year of ownership. So friends, let me begin with the fuel expenses, which is the most important part of any car, bike or vehicle which one has to pay out for using the vehicle. So as you are aware that this car doesn't require any fuel, petrol, diesel, CNG, LNG, LPG, whatever you name it. It runs on electricity. So no visits to petrol stations, no standing in the queue, no looking for the headlines in the news every morning कि पेट्रोल का दाम कितना बढ़ा है, डीजल का दाम कितना बढ़ा है. So that is a very worry-free experience which we get. And so let's begin with, I have installed a app called Drivo. The app that monitors your vehicle and the expenses which you pay up for fuel or any other expenses which you incur during the usage. You just have to enter those expenses in the app, and the app will monitor you, giving you all the data you require as and when you require, and it will throw up all the figures from the date in which you start entering the data. So let me share with you the screenshots of the data, and I will just read out the data for you, and the screenshot of the data is on the screens. So total distance which I have covered up till now is about 27,359 kilometers as on now when I'm doing this video. The total number of units which I have consumed is 3,499.3. So you can say 3,500 units I have consumed till date. Well, if you in electric vehicles, you have to calculate kilometers per kilowatt hour, not kilometers per liter. So you can say that 7.79 kilometers per kilowatt hour. That is 7.79 or maybe you can say 7.8 kilometers per 1 unit of electricity which I consume in the car. That's a good average. Perfect 10 is always the best, but 7.79 or 7.8, it's not bad. It is good in fact. So that's the average cost of that is the average consumption of my car per kilowatt hour. So the total cost incurred by me for fuel expenses is 15,031. Mind you, my car has run 27,359 kilometers and the fuel charges which I have paid is only 15,031. Isn't it amazing? It is amazing. तो मैं हिंदी में भी एक बार आप सबको बता देता हूँ कि अभी तक मैंने 27,359 किलोमीटर्स का रनिंग किया है जब कि मैं अभी ये वीडियो बना रहा हूँ. और इन 27,359 किलोमीटर्स के लिए मैंने 3,499 यूनिट बिजली की लागत आई है मेरे गाड़ी को. तो ऑलमोस्ट 3500 यूनिट मेरे गाड़ी ने कंज्यूम किए हैं. सो उसका मतलब है मेरी गाड़ी एक बिजली के यूनिट पे 7.8 किलोमीटर चलती है. अभी ये गाड़ी पेट्रोल डीजल पे तो चलती नहीं है, तो किलोमीटर्स पर लीटर ये तो नहीं कह सकते, तो किलोमीटर्स पर किलोवाट आवर यानी किलोमीटर्स पर यूनिट. तो एक यूनिट में मेरी गाड़ी 7.8 किलोमीटर्स चलती है. तो इसके हिसाब से मुझे अभी तक 15,031 रुपए का खर्चा आया है. 27,359 किलोमीटर के लिए मुझे 15,031 रुपए का ही खर्चा आया है. क्या बोलते हो आप? अभी now this 15,031 rupees includes cost of various charging stations. See, at my home I calculate it at 3 rupees per unit, because practically the cost of charging my car at home is zero, because I charge it on my on-grid solar system. That's why the actually charging cost is 0 rupees per unit. But you have to calculate the cost of the installation of the solar system and other things which you have incurred. So taking all those things into consideration, I put it at 3 rupees per kilometer. So some other places, maybe at some hotels or other places, they may charge me around 10 rupees or 12 rupees or 15 rupees per unit. If you charge at Tata Power public charging place on a DC charger, that will cost me around 21 rupees per kilowatt hour. So including all these expenses I have incurred, the total expenses which I have paid up till now for fuel charges is 15,031 only. सब मिला के. And most of the time my car is charged at home. So practically इसमें से आप 85-90% भी डिडक्ट करोगे तो आप सोच सकते हो कितना कम दाम में मैं ये गाड़ी चला रहा हूँ. Because 80% of the time my car is charged at home. So as I told you, my car is charged on my on-grid solar system. So the car is practically free for local usage, or whenever I go for a long trip, the first full battery is charged at my solar system. That's why the one way or the first battery, you can say, is free. So almost you can say 225 to 250, first 225 to 250 kilometers of my trip is practically free for me. So other charges include the service charges, which I will show you in the Tata Motors service app that comes where. So the first service was done on 3rd of August last year. That was first free service. That was zero cost was there. Second service was done on 22nd of September. The third service was done on 27th of October 2020, and this service involved lube oil change of the auto transmission. Again, let me remind you once again, this is an EV. You don't require engine oil filters, diesel filters or fuel filters, air filters. Nothing of that sort is required, but you require one lube oil, that is for the AMT, automatic transmission. So that service cost was 1,206. Then the third free service was done at Unity Motors at Kolhapur, when they recently started servicing the electric vehicles over there in Kolhapur. So that third free service was done at Kolhapur, and the cost incurred was 799 rupees. This involved some I think they changed the filter in the air conditioning unit, so that was the cost involved in that. Apart from these charges at the service center, I had to do wheel alignment and balancing at private garage, because that time the service center was at Pune, and I didn't want to prolong the wheel alignment and balancing, because that should be done on a regular basis and at every 10,000 kilometers, which I strictly follow. So that's why I did the wheel alignment and balancing at a local facility over here in Miraj, and that costed me about say you can say 700 rupees. So I think that these are the only expenses which I have incurred during the 1 year. And one more thing, there was a one puncture in my front right tire when I was there in Goa. So that costed me say about 200 rupees for getting it repaired. So you can if you just calculate all these costs, one second, I'll just show you. So the total cost incurred by me in 1 year. So the fuel cost 15,031 plus the cost at service center 799 plus 1206 plus 799 plus 1206 plus what I told you, that wheel alignment and balancing, that let us take it at 800 rupees, and the puncture cost say 200 rupees. That comes to 18,036 rupees only. It includes fuel charges, fuel cost, that is the electricity consumed, plus service cost at the service center, plus one puncture and one wheel balancing done at a local leading garage over here in Miraj. So the total expenses of 1 year traveling in my Tata Nexon EV is 18,036 rupees only. The total kilometers done is 27,359. Now let us compare Tata Nexon EV to Tata Nexon diesel. Suppose I had driven a Tata Nexon diesel for similar amount of kilometers. So 27,359 kilometers, and let us say that the diesel Nexon gives an average of 18 kilometers per liter. That comes to 1,519 liters of diesel I would have consumed if I were to use a Tata Nexon diesel. So 1,519 liters. So when I got this Nexon EV, the diesel cost in June 20 was somewhere around 65 to 70 rupees. Today the cost is about in Miraj, let us consider in Miraj. So in Maharashtra you can say, or in Miraj, it is easy to calculate and all those things. So the today's cost of diesel I think is around 91 rupees. Let us consider it at 90 rupees. And the previous cost, let us consider it at 70 rupees. So even if you consider 70 to 90, 20 rupees the cost increment is there, and suppose you take the average cost of diesel at say 83 rupees for all the whole year, average cost at 83 rupees. So 1,519 liters into 83 rupees, it comes to, any guess? 1,26,155 rupees only. So this is the amount of money you save when you drive an electric vehicle with all the comforts and the goodies of an regular ICE car, plus the economy. See the difference. 1,26,155 rupees against 18,053 rupees. I think I told you. So let us see the difference. Minus 18,053 rupees. So difference is of about 1,08,102 rupees. That's a huge difference. Yeah, that's a huge difference in the maintenance cost, or you can say running cost, whatever it is. So that's a very big difference, and as you can see that you can save very heavily on the fuel charges, and so I think I made a good decision for going for a Tata Nexon EV, and I'm sure whoever is thinking of switching over to an electric vehicle will certainly benefit from this video. And those who are already using an electric vehicle, maybe it's a Tata Nexon or a MG ZS, Kona, Mercedes, any EV, even for that matter, Verito or a Tata Tigor EV. Rest assured, you are saving a lot of money, and you are helping to preserve the environment, keep the environment green, and I'm sure you are using a green vehicle and you are supporting the national cause. So friends, thank you very much for watching the video, and as usual, drive safe, drive electric, and don't forget to belt. Don't forget to buckle up whenever you drive, and whenever you drive electric. Let's drive electric. Thank you.